Welcome back to the Beef and Barnzy channel with one more Real Talk review, this time with the Eternity Pie. This cover is batch 901, so this is the strongest cover. It's solid, 249, 050, 014 differential. As you can see here, this is, for me, this is a tall 5-inch pin, so 5 by 5 by about 1.5 or so. And well, let's just get into the part we really want to see. Let's see how this thing rolls. Again, I'm here at AMF Louisville. And there is one difference from before, is we have brand new SPL here. So for those of you that don't know, that's the new AMF surface. It's textured, which makes the approaches way more fun. Also makes the surface hook a little sooner, so even though it's not 20-year-old HPL anymore, it still hooks plenty. Good news is, though, now the track's not so beat up, so we can throw it a little bit further right and see how it looks. So this is going to be a pretty big ball in the arsenal. For me, it's a step below the reality and the gem. We'll throw those up against it in a little bit, but core-wise a little bigger and cover-wise a little bigger than, say, Zen Phase 2 or even Zen Soul. I'll also throw the Eternity so you can see that. I'll even throw the Blackout one so you can see that. Whoa. Well, as you can see, we have hold here now, and that's the real talk part about it. This ball will even out the wet dry because it is a pretty big core, and this is a strong cover, but it's a little quicker response than, say, what the reality is. So it's going to be a 1-2 punch to that. I'll move a little right here. I'll just move about 10. One for the thumbs. Come get you some of that, Ryan. Yeah, I don't think he's afraid. All right, there's one from the right. This go a little slower, and this go from the left. The thing to notice about it is there's a lot of continuation with this ball, so it feels like it's a piece that I can use. I'll be able to move the surfaces up and down a little bit, and so it'll be a versatile. It's never going to be a really clean, whippy piece, but I can move it in the medium range fairly easily, and I can certainly add surface and make it strong. So I'll add some rotation this time. And that's where the core kicked in, because unfortunately I did not get that to the right like I meant to. Lanes have only been in probably 3 weeks now, I guess. There's only been one 300 here so far, which means they don't quite have it completely dialed in. Same thing, more rotation, just further right. And that's where you saw the strength of the cover start to wear out just a little bit. Got it there a little bit too late. Well, let's roll it a little bit more. Let's use a little more speed. Kind of play the speed dominant part. Well, it keeps pretty good shape. I got to say, I haven't had this ball very long. I have used it already in some tournaments, left it at box finish, and it's going to go with me to the PBA League as part of the 5 balls I take plus a spare ball. So, tells you right there kind of what I think about it. Like I say, I think it's a 1-2 punch. Reality and Gem are great balls at the top of the bag. This one fits right underneath that before you get to the Zen Gold, Zens, Phase 2s. Straight again here. Well, and it rolls even in off the shim. So, say this ball is going to be an option. It's not super early, so it's still going to have a little pop, even when you get it in the oil like that. Let me try and throw one straight again and throw it to the right. There, where you could use a little more rotation on that one. That's where we let Linda throw shots. She's a better bowler doing that. This is action bowling. The fouls don't count. Yeah. Scores don't lie. All right, let's go. Let's throw one for the money here. All right, the first ball I'm going to test this up against is a Reality. Standard in my bag. This one's got it's got a little bit of old 500 on it. Pins down, so it's 4.5. But to see what it looks like, I'll throw it from the same place, so you get an idea what it looks like on the lane. A little earlier, a little smoother for sure. If I were to get that one to the right at 100%, would be lazier off of it. I'm going to throw a gem next. This pin is right there in the middle finger, so just a little bit lower. Oh boy. Well, you can tell if you can tell the earlier part and less down lane. Might throw that one again and get it somewhere closer. It's obviously we don't have any editing in these videos because we wouldn't show that shot. Get old. Get going too fast. Let's get to the right. And there, that one, it comes off of it a little bit harder, but then it lays off. And that's where the more surface, the gem and the Reality are both earlier and smoother. This ball will separate because basically the pie is going to let you move deeper on the lane and still continue more. Next up, we'll throw the actual Eternity itself. And this is Big Brother, but in Reality it's Little Brother. So same core numbers, but this one's shiny. And obviously a lot weaker. Next up, we're going to throw an Absolute. Joel, basically, it's a touch weaker than what the pie is. And as soon as we get these reset, approach is a little slicker. Probably need to wipe them off here. That one was more responsive off the spot. So it's cleaner to it, more responsive off it. Like a lot of things on the league shot, it does bring a lot of balls together, but this is where you can tell the difference between some of these balls is that the Absolute's going to be longer and cleaner. If I'm going to get this one in the oil, it's definitely going to go longer than the pie did. So I'll move my eyes in a little bit. We'll get it in the oil. And that's where you see the wiggle. That's where the Eternity pie is going to even out some of that wet dry. Once the lanes are blended out or they hook more, that's where the Absolute would fit in that spot instead. The last ball we're going to test it up against is the other ball that came out right at the same time. And that's the Eternity, the Virtual Energy Blackout. This review is also going to be up on the Beef and Barnzy channel. You can check it out separately. It's drilled a little bit stronger, about a ½ inch stronger or so. Yo, little different shape, big core, but more responsive cover. So that's what we got now. All right, let's go. Let's throw one for the money here. There you go, the Eternity Pie from 900 Global. It's already out. Anybody can get this one. I'm late on the review. That doesn't mean you have to be late to get it. Take this one and add it to your bag immediately.